Hello, my name is Mark Diederich. I am the CEO of TDA Insurance, your family-owned and operated local independent insurance agency. We are experiencing unprecedented times in the Michigan insurance market. I have not witnessed times like this in my 27 years, with continued rate increases and tightening underwriting practices. What we have experienced in the last year appears to be continuing into a new year. With that being said, we thought that it would be an important time to give you a look under the hood of what is transpiring in the Michigan insurance marketplace and to reassure you that you are positioned in a perfect place with our agency to help you navigate these turbulent times. We will never compromise your coverage to keep your business unless it's your educated decision to do so. Our team of licensed professionals cares about you. We believe we can take care of our clients to the best of our ability. The rest takes care of itself. Oftentimes, we have to be the conduit of bad news from the insurance company. But rest assured, we work for you and not for the insurance company. It's our goal and desire to help you navigate anything and keep you as a satisfied client for a lifetime. First, we would like to review the state of the insurance industry in Michigan. As you can see from this slide, auto and home insurance companies are losing money at an alarming rate. Many companies are operating at a combined ratio of 115 to 120%, which means they pay out $1.15 to $1.20 in claims and expense for every dollar of premium received. I believe we can all see that that is problematic. These are for-profit companies that have to answer to stakeholders and have to have premiums in reserve to pay future claims, so they can deliver on the promises to pay you in the event of a claim. Since companies are losing money, they have a couple of levers they can pull to improve results. The most common lever is increasing premiums. The second lever is tightening of underwriting practices, so they remove below average risks from their portfolio to reduce future claims. Most every company in Michigan has filed for a double-digit rate increase. In Michigan, every rate increase has to be justified and approved by the state insurance department. They approved many last year and are continuing to approve increases this year. What is unusual about what we are experiencing is that typically carriers have needs to take rates at different times. Now they are all taking rates at relatively the same time, which makes it more difficult for all of us. One of the advantages that we have over State Farm, Allstate, Farmers, Progressive Direct, Geico, etc., is that they exclusively represent one company. We at TDA Kennedy Niemeyer are an independent agency, and we have over a dozen companies to better serve you. Let's take a deeper dive into home insurance line of business. There are four major factors impacting homeowners coverage this year. First, insurance companies are mandating that your homes be insured to the full proper replacement cost. This is important if you ever have a total loss, such as a fire. You need to have the proper limits in order to rebuild your home to similar standards. This is probably the toughest concept for a consumer to wrap their head around. Most think my home is worth X number of dollars if I sell it. Why would it cost more to rebuild on the same piece of land? It's a complex concept. The entire industry utilizes similar tools to estimate the cost to rebuild. Cost to rebuild is more than new construction typically, because you have to demo, remove debris, prep the site for reconstruction, etc. They also factor in permits and architectural fees that need to be added. In addition, then they apply the actual construction cost data to arrive at the reconstruction cost estimate. Again, a very complex situation, and the whole industry uses similar tools. Normal annual inflation increases to reconstruction is about 3 to 4%. Since COVID, we have experienced a combination of supply chain issues, labor shortages, and inflation on just about every aspect of our life. Home construction is no exception. This year, companies are justifying a 10 to 15% inflation guard increase to your reconstruction cost. You can see here in this example how a 12% increase in inflation impacts every line of your property insurance on a policy. In this example, on a $500,000 home, you will be receiving an additional $138,000 in insurance coverage limits on your renewal policy. In this instance, you are receiving more coverage in return for additional premiums. This is impacting everyone. As we pivot to the next factor, each claim is costing more to make a customer whole for the reasons we've already mentioned, including inflation, labor shortages, supply chain issues, etc. You can see the numbers in the illustration on the slide driving the increased claims cost. You can see that since 2019, there has been a 47% increase in interior claims, a 52% increase in lumber costs, and a 36% increase in roofing costs. The last and largest factor in our unprecedented storm activity in the last 2 years. We have seen increases in catastrophic weather events. There was $12 billion events in 2023 and 18 in 2022. Specifically in Michigan, we averaged 2 large cat storm events a year. We had 12 last year. Wind and hail claims are the number one claims, and losses are up 11.5% over the last several years, costing insurance companies millions in added claims cost. As the trend continues on wind and hail claims, insurance companies are taking action on new and renewal policies, mandating higher deductibles, and in some cases, requiring a separate wind and hail deductible, as they try to reduce the amount of out-of-control losses on older roofs that are nearing the end of their life cycle and, due to a storm, get replaced at the insurance company's expense. Now let's take a look at what is impacting auto rates. Inflation has hit auto claims costs just as hard as home. To repair autos is up 19.7% overall. Parts delays and supply chain issues are driving costs and increasing the time a vehicle takes to get repaired. That is having a negative impact on ancillary costs such as rental car reimbursement. Rental cars are more expensive and are needed for longer time periods while the vehicles are being repaired. Increased costs for new and used cars drives up the settlement cost on vehicles that are a total loss. You can see here used car prices are up 40%. You're seeing more claims. The industry refers to this as frequency, and the claims we are seeing are larger, which the industry refers to as severity. Distracted driving seems to be the major culprit. It's estimated that 800,000 drivers are using a device at this very moment. Scary. There was 3,100 deaths and 424,000 injuries from distracted driving in 2019. Distracted driving is also increasing the number of small fender benders as people rear-end people at traffic lights from not paying attention. Some other factors increasing auto claims cost are weather claims and medical costs. Another factor impacting your renewal rates this year is the Michigan Catastrophic Claims Association. They have increased the fee they surcharge each vehicle in Michigan from $86 to $122 per vehicle on unlimited personal injury protection, and $0 to $48 per car on $250,000 or $500,000 limits. Who remembers in 2022 receiving a refund of $400 per vehicle from the state fund? Now they are recouping what they gave back to the consumers. We would be remiss if we didn't touch on the increased amount of lawsuits from injury claims. Every day you see Mike Morris and Sam Bernstein on your TV. Baked into the last auto reform was the ability to sue for unreimbursed medical bills. The number of lawsuits has increased dramatically. So far, we've covered the state of the insurance companies and how we got into this situation. Let's now take a look at what you can expect moving forward. All insurance companies are taking double-digit rate increases, and many are mandating your deductibles to be increased or a separate wind/hail deductible to be added to your policy. Please renew your renewal documents carefully to see how this has impacted you personally. Companies are tightening underwriting standards to eliminate below average risks and hazards from their portfolio. Your dedicated account manager is your primary point of contact during the renewal process. They are available to conduct your renewal review. We are attempting to reach out to as many clients as we can to complete a review, but quite frankly, we have more large rate increases than we can possibly keep up with. With that being said, just give our office a call and we'll do a review with you and review ways to save on your current policy, and if necessary, re-rate your policies with a dozen or so of our A-rated insurance companies that we have available. Our first course of action is to take a deep dive into your current policies, looking for new or additional discounts, such as roof discounts, water sensors, cell phone apps that monitor driving habits. All of these are available for additional savings. We will also work with you on reducing non-vital coverage or possibly increasing deductibles to reduce your overall cost. Many times, this process provides a satisfactory outcome. If not, we will remarket your account to our dozen carriers to see if there is a better alternative for your situation. A word of caution. A word of caution. We are finding it risky in some situations to move you to a different insurance company. The increased underwriting scrutiny is leading to some issues with roof conditions, dangerous dog breeds, mandated higher replacement costs, and required costs to remove hazards or bring maintenance conditions up to standards. With the lineup of carriers that we have, I can guarantee you that 95% of the time, one of our carriers we have available will be competitive as any of the competition that we don't represent. On occasion, some of our clients will go outside to get additional quotes. Almost every time a client tells us they have a better quote, if we get a chance to look it over, it's always missing vital coverages that our quotes include. Sometimes we get quotes from carriers that we have already checked and they are lower. It's because the coverages have been removed. Most notable deficiencies we see is lower personal injury protection coverage, missing endorsements such as water backup, service line, or roofing and siding endorsements, or just plain misrating of the policy. An average consumer cannot pick these important deficiencies out from a quote proposal. When a client does decide to make a change in carrier, oftentimes the new agent isn't aware of a client-specific situation like we are. This could lead to a bad situation upon inspection or completion of the underwriting process. As you can see, this isn't your normal insurance environment, and you need a trusted insurance advisor to help you navigate. That's why we are your partner. We are on your side. We are the best insurance organization to help you navigate these turbulent times. We will help you avoid the pitfalls that can make a bad situation worse. You have a whole team of people working for you. As I mentioned, you have a dedicated account manager who is your primary contact. They have the support of the customer service associates who handle your routine customer service needs. And you always have access to the insurance advisor who initially set up your insurance plan. Take advantage of our renewal review process to help you identify ways to save. That doesn't work. We have a dozen or so A-rated companies shown here. We will always find you a competitive rate. Lastly, our team of professionals has the knowledge, skill, and care to make sure you have the best possible outcome. We sincerely appreciate the trust that you put in us every day to make sure your family are properly protected from catastrophic claim situations that can devastate your financial future. We do not take that lightly. We work hard every day in a tough environment to continue to earn your business. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for continuing to work with TDA Kennedy Niemeyer Insurance. It's always a great day at TDA.